Rick, it's time to make some more picks. This time last week, I got off to a little bit of a rough start. I went 1 for 3 with my picks last week. You only missed one, the McAllen game. You picked McAllen to win that game, and Anderson obviously won, as we alluded to in the game ball section. But let's try this again. First game this week, it's going to be Bowie versus Westwood. Both teams lost last week. Both teams need to win this week. Who's going to win?
I think Bowie's going to win. They had a much better game against Pflugerville. Braylon Sorrells is an outstanding running back. The thing I like about Bowie is they had 154 yards passing. They had 157 yards running, so they're a very balanced offense. Ben Johnson, a good quarterback for Westwood, but I just see Bowie with too many weapons.
Both teams had their issues in the first game. Bowie fumbled the ball way too many times, way more times I'm sure Coach Aples is comfortable with. Westwood's kind of having a little bit of an identity crisis. The Princeton Collins no longer there. I'm going to go with Bowie in this one. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think Braylon Sorrells will probably get in the end zone a couple of times. So I'm going to say Bowie in a close game here. Second game, we're going to go two-way, Lexington in Blanco.
I like Lexington just because when they won last week, it was a blowout actually. They gave up 19 yards rushing. I just see them as being really tough on defense. Blanco, they only scored 12 points, but they ran and passed for 380 yards. So this is going to be a better game than the first one we talked about, but I'm going with Lexington.
Lexington did score 60, but Blanco is not Smithville.
No.
Blanco's a very good team. I'm seeing it's going to be similar to last week. I think Blanco's going to win a close game. It's going to be low scoring out. I don't think either of these teams is going to score more than 21 points, but let's say 21-20. Blanco pulls this one out. All right, third game, Anderson and Hayes. Anderson, Hayes both won last week. Who's getting their first loss?
Well, I learned my lesson. I should have picked Anderson. I would have gone 4-0 last week. I like Anderson. They're better than I thought they'd be. They've got more skill guys than I thought they'd have. Sam Wiemeyer, outstanding quarterback. He didn't have to pass much, but I think he'll have to pass a little bit more. Hayes, a good football team, though. Very well coached, as you know. And but I like the Trojans.
I think McAllen's a better team than Hayes. Anderson had no problem with McAllen. I don't think Anderson's going to have much of a problem this week. Finally, our last game, going to be our game of the week, Dripping Springs versus Wimberley. These two teams play every year. Dripping Springs has won the last 4 times. Who's going to win this one?
Wimberley's going to win this one. Wimberley beat Cuero, the number 4 team in the state, 49-42 late Saturday night. And that was a game that stopped Cuero's 33-game winning streak. They're just good offensively, defensively. Weldon Nell's outstanding coach. They're one of the top 5 teams in the state, I think, in 3A.
I'm going to go with Dripping Springs here. Wimberley has one stacked offense, but that defense is kind of questionable. They did give up 42 to Cuero, and while Cuero is a good team, still giving up 42 points to another team is a little sketch. And Dripping Springs did score 49 last year. They are healthy. Injuries kind of derailed their season last year, and last season they did beat this Wimberley team, which is pretty much the exact same team, 24-0. So I'm going to say Dripping Springs, but Wimberley, the last time they did beat Dripping Springs was 2005, and they won a state championship that year. So I guess mark it down.
Wimberley, the code red defense.
Yes, if Wimberley wins this week, I guess you can mark them down for state championship.
Jeff Tuck, outstanding quarterback for Dripping Springs.
All right, those are our picks. I guess check out the paper on Saturday to see how we did, and check back with us next week.